Think and Grow Rich is not a book about money alone. It is a study of the laws of success, distilled from the lives, habits, and decisions of hundreds of men who transformed definite ideas into material and personal achievement. Napoleon Hill presents the central claim that thoughts, when combined with desire, faith, persistence, and organized planning, have the power to shape reality. Wealth in this context is not limited to financial gain, but includes peace of mind, meaningful work, influence, and freedom of choice. The book begins with the idea that every achievement starts as a thought. Nothing materializes in the physical world unless it first exists in the mind. Hill emphasizes that vague wishes produce vague results, while clearly defined goals backed by intense desire generate focused action. Desire is not a casual wanting, but a burning obsession that pushes an individual to persist regardless of obstacles, criticism, or temporary defeat. Those who succeed are not necessarily the most intelligent or educated, but those who decide with certainty what they want and refuse to quit. Faith is presented as a mental state that can be developed through repetition and emotional intensity. By affirming belief in one's ability to succeed and emotionally aligning with that belief, the subconscious mind begins to accept it as truth. This faith then influences behavior, decisions, and reactions, often in subtle ways. Fear, doubt, and indecision weaken this process while confidence strengthens it. Autosuggestion is the bridge between conscious thought and the subconscious mind. Hill explains that repeated thoughts, especially when accompanied by emotion, become embedded patterns that guide behavior automatically. Whether one feeds the mind with thoughts of fear or thoughts of confidence determines the direction of life outcomes. The book insists that people are constantly using autosuggestion, either intentionally or unknowingly, and that conscious control of this process is essential for success. Specialized knowledge is identified as more valuable than general education. Hill argues that successful individuals acquire knowledge for a specific purpose and apply it decisively. Knowledge unused has no power. Imagination, both creative and synthetic, is the workshop of the mind where plans are formed and ideas are combined into practical strategies. Every great enterprise, invention, or fortune began as an imagined concept before taking physical form. Organized planning transforms ideas into action. Hill stresses that failure is often the result of lack of planning or inflexible plans. Successful individuals adapt, revise, and persist. Temporary defeat is not the same as failure, and those who understand this distinction maintain momentum even when results are delayed. Persistence, fueled by desire, is what separates those who quit from those who eventually succeed. Decision is another core principle. Procrastination and indecision are habits that destroy opportunity. Hill observes that successful people make decisions quickly and change them slowly, while unsuccessful people do the opposite. Mastery of procrastination is essential, as opportunity often appears briefly and disappears if not acted upon. The book also explores the power of the mastermind principle, defined as the coordination of knowledge and effort between two or more people working toward a common goal in harmony. Hill presents this alliance as a source of amplified intelligence, creativity, and motivation. Many of the most successful individuals attribute their achievements to carefully chosen partnerships and advisory groups. The subconscious mind, the brain, and intuition are described as mechanisms through which thoughts are transmitted, received, and transformed into action. Hill suggests that intuition often emerges after long periods of focused effort, appearing as sudden insight or inspiration. This sixth sense becomes more reliable as discipline and mental clarity increase. Finally, the book addresses fear as the primary enemy of success, particularly fears related to poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, and death. These fears limit initiative and distort judgment. Hill concludes that self-discipline, control over thought, and clarity of purpose enable individuals to rise above fear and live deliberately. Think and Grow Rich presents a unified philosophy built on the idea that success is an inside-out process. By mastering thoughts, emotions, and habits, individuals gain the ability to shape circumstances rather than be controlled by them. The book ultimately teaches that wealth and fulfillment are the natural outcomes of disciplined thinking combined with persistent action.